I am back again. More Griftlands. I had so much fun. I'm back. Might be a shorter stream today, a little bit. All right. We got bogged down. If you convince Calandra to cut down on the intelligence, you might be able to tag along. Let's go to Falemo. Ah, Rook, you caught me reminiscing on our Aerostat days. The Aerostat, an elite division of the Admiralty, dedicated to special operations and infiltration. Aerostat members often operate far behind enemy lines, deployed in small groups by stealth dirigible. Now we're talking. Definitely our special forces in America. We need stealth dirigibles. I wouldn't trade my Spark Baron commission for the poor life of reconnaissance, but there was something special about those days, eh? The brisk Rentorian air. Rentorian, a citizen of Rentoria, or the air there. The allure of danger in every shadow. Good times. I give him the dossier. I have intelligence to deliver. I hand Falemo the dossier. He pretends to skim it. So what am I looking at? The boggers have apparently found a large cache of artifacts. Those loons, huh? I'll dispatch a patrol to scare them off and collect the loot. It'll be a nice bump in this quarter's earnings. Yeah, but the loot in question seems to be a pile of rare weaponry. A regular patrol would only end up fertilizing the bog if you sent them. I see. You are reminded of a particularly dull Aerostat recruit you knew in a past life. Falemo was never good at lateral thinking. I'll schedule a meeting with Errant, and we'll set something up. So, what are you going to do about the cash? Eager for action, eh, old man? Call me old man again, man. I swear. You always were a ruthless tactician, but this is above your pay grade, I'm afraid. You've kicked it upstream now, sit tight and await your orders. If you wish my help planning the assault. I said what I said, Rook, at ease. I'm sure Arent will think of something. Alright, how about the work? While you're consulting with Arent, do you have anything else that needs to be done? Of course, the usual. The best defense. A little extra metal. Ooh, a 3 difficulty negotiation. Reward bonus 25% because this person has a favorable opinion of me, but everyone should have a favorable opinion of me. I'm so agreeable. Or a 3-star negotiation. Let's see. Pick a graft, 213 shells, get 3 metal. Well, I suppose I'll, since everything looks exactly the same for rewards, except one of them has more shills, I'll take the one that gives more rewards. Crime scene. Yeah, you should find this one interesting. Should remind you of the front lines, I imagine. Seems the Rise have gotten hold of some explosives. Do you know where they plan to use them? Planned. They've already been used. Engrades blew up one of the workers' dormitories. They blew up their own housing? Why? Perhaps to make a point, Spark Barons sweep the bunks during shifts to ensure no one is smuggling out any relics. Fortunately, the bombs went off too early. All they managed to kill was a couple of their own stragglers. Good luck aside, we need to seize this opportunity to vilify the Rise. I'm going to accept. There's an investigator looking into it, but you've got more experience with this kind of sabotage. Find out who's responsible, or at least who could believably be held responsible. We'll find a suitable use for their disciplinary proceedings. Good evening to whomever has joined me. Crime scene. I was interrupted. A lumicite comes bounding forward. Whoa there. Its shimmering irisless eyes fixate upon you, but it doesn't seem to be aggressive. What'd you find, Higgsbury? Higgsbury is a lumicite. A grifter. What's so special about him? The zealot stares through you. After a moment, she recoils as if slapped. Hesh, be silenced. Hesh is hell. The cult's god of the abyss. You're corrupted by the bog. What have you done to yourself? Explain the bite. It was a little insect bite. I'm sure it'll pass. It hasn't so far. No, the corruption must be burned out. That sounds painful. It's less painful than facing the wrath of Hesh. You're endangering the entire region by harboring that parasite. I will purge the corruption. Please be completely still. Cultist draws out a thin, lumen-tipped blade. A biofuel. I will lose Tinnitus Twig and 20 max health points. I would like to lose those. Those are very annoying. So I will give up the 20 health points. Do it. The cultist goes about her work. It hurts. A lot. Ow. It's done. The cultist tosses the removed material to the Lumicide, who slurps it up greedily. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must destroy this beast. Ask why the Lumicide needs to be destroyed. Wait, why must it be destroyed? To guarantee that the corruption will not return. It's an ancient and holy rite. You wouldn't understand. Oh, I wouldn't understand, huh? 150 shills to get a pet Lumicide. I can protect the Lumicide. That seems like overkill. Convince her to hand over the Lumicide, or I'll just leave the cultist. Yeah, I've chosen to not emphasize anything for pets. The noises you hear as you leave the scene will revisit you in your weaker moments for years to come. I'm a softie for the doggies. You find Frash flanked by security and berating a trio of unfortunate civilians. You lot are hiding something, and if I have to whip it out of you... Oh, don't whip it out, dude. Excuse me. Rook, help me fish the truth out from these pond scum. You're not here to meddle, are you? I assure you I'll keep my meddling to a minimum. Ask him about the crime. What happened? The rise blew up the dorm here. I'm aware of that much, thank you. I was more interested in the greater context. Greater context, the rise are anarchic miscreants. They stole a bomb, they used it. Even were dumb enough to blow up some of their own. Dumb enough or clever enough? Huh? Ask about the suspects. Who are the suspects? Brill is a worker who lives in the pod. She was late for her shift the day before the explosion. Probably spent time getting the explosives. Knack works in the deeper bog and has been seen loitering in the area, no doubt scouting out opportunities for vandalism. Finally, GT is the foreman of a local dig pit. You'd think that she'd know who butters her bread, but she hasn't met her quota all quarter. I'll bet real she's letting her rise buddies shirk and organize. You seem pretty convinced that they're all guilty. Let's see, who do we know? Not showing me who. How about we hockey R up? Who likes me? Calandra loves me. What likes me? Who loves me? Yunny. Calandra. Fleckfist. Frash. Calandra. Who dislikes me? Gnak. Well, Gnak was one of them. So I can probably get rid of Gnak. Yeah, maybe I can get rid of Gnak. Everybody's guilty of something. Start your investigation. I'm going to talk to the suspects. Figure out which one did it, and then we can talk about the next step. I'm going to start with Gnak. See, it couldn't get any worse, could it? I can beat him up. I can interrogate him. Ooh, his resolve is high. Ask why he's been loitering. Ask him what happened. What happened? What do you know about the bombing? What does it matter what I say to you? You're going to believe me anyway. You're not going to believe me anyway. Why have you been loitering? You don't live here. Why have you been loitering? I have friends in this pod. We're allowed to have friends, right? That's Gnak. GT was one of them. Brill and Frash. Well, Grifters, you figured out with your superior intellect? I'm not ready yet for that. Okay, Brill. I keep telling you people I don't know anything. What happened here? What do you know about the bombing? How should I know? I just work here. Why were you late for your shift? Why are you always late for your shift? Why is anyone ever late for a shift? I work at the bottom of a stinking hole and I barely make more than I spend on food. What, you got more questions for me? What happened here? What do you know about the bombing? How should I know? I just work here. Ask GT while they haven't met their quota lately. You haven't met your quota lately. That sounds like something the Rise would like. I just want people to like me. Is that a crime? Depends on the people, I guess. How about if I beat up Gnak? He already dislikes me. He dislikes me because I attempted to intimidate him. Beat him up. Let's see if we can put you into a more talkative mood. Oh, you're going to do that, eh? Just make sure you don't kill him. The Baron Brass wants to make sure the guilty party's alive. He hates me. Yeah. Whispered rumors. Opponents start with an additional argument each negotiation. Oh, that's kind of a dick move. Alright, I have 1 evasion. So his attack is going to miss me entirely. Has he got a debuff on him already? Heavy Laborer Gnak hates Rook and will always attack them. Well, unfortunately, we have an evade and a bunch of defensive skills. Piercing, sticky. Card will not be discarded at the end of the turn. Well, we've got enough to whack him like that and like that. I still have actions left. I evade. He's sitting at 1. I didn't want to kill him, but he didn't offer me the opportunity at 1 to surrender like he should have, so I had to kill him. Worker's Gloves. Your next attack will earn double damage. Destroy after 1 use. 5 extra metal. My blast card gets upgraded. Fully charged. It costs 0. I'm not fully charged very often, but I don't want a destroy card. Thank you. Let's see. Wounding shot. Apply 1 wound per empty cell. Energy loop. Spend all charge and heal 2 for every charge spent. Expend burnout. If the card's in your hand at the end of the turn, expend it. So you basically play it or lose it on that turn. A heal card, huh? Gain 10 defense until the start of your next turn. Gain 1 charge whenever you're hit by an attack. That one's tempting, but my decks are getting a bit thick. Gain a negotiation card, known thug. Oh, great. Deal 1 resolve damage to a random opponent argument whenever you draw a card. It's unplayable. Alright, so basically it's going to just do its thing. I'm a known thug. Gnak crumples like a sack of Oshnu dung. What the hell? You weren't supposed to kill the suspects. Get out of here and let me do my job. Job failed. What choice did I have? Limited time opportunity. Deeper in the bog. Gree is looking to hire a guide for an expedition in the bog. Sure, let's go deeper into the bog. Find a lone Jake poring over a crudely drawn map. You there? You looking for the opportunity of a lifetime? Always. What are you offering? The bog. It holds riches. I'm sure of it. In my limited experience, the bog holds mostly danger, slime, and a quick death. But also riches. My research proves it. You just need a bit of protection to help me. I just need a bit of protection to help me avoid the quick death part. You follow me as I follow this map, and I'll share the spoils. Are you in? Tell me about this research. Why? So you can steal it? No way. Wow. Okay. I'll do it. But this better pay off. You might have to kill an urchin or 10, rapacious carnivore found throughout the bog. Other than that, you'll be the easiest money you ever earned. Follow Gree into the bog. Guns at the ready. Gree leads you through the bog. The terrain gets rougher the further you get from the road, and you eventually come to a rocky outcrop. Each step sinks deeper into the bog. It's all you can do to keep walking forward. Gain battle card Weary. Lovely. When drawn, lose 1 action, destroy, sleep it off. Wait, did you hear that? What is it? It's nothing. Let's keep going. That doesn't seem likely. You follow, surrounded by bog on all sides. You press on, the bog presses in. Your nose experiences things that language cannot describe. I hear it again. Are you sure it's not? You are sat upon by the local fauna. Ooh, he's big. So Grocket. He's got 4 stars. That's almost as tough as they get. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. We can do this, Gree. If Gree doesn't run off. Alright. He's going to attack me for 7. Spend 1 charge, deals 6 bonus damage. That's good. Your next attack this turn deals double damage. Apply 3 defense. You definitely want to apply defense. And hopefully we get a defense out of this. Gain 2 charge. No. Spend 1 charge. Apply and impair. Attack damage is target is reduced by 1/3. At the beginning of their turn, reduce impair by 1. Yeah, we'll use that. That will at least give us a little bit more defense out of it. We now have no charge left, so that doesn't do its bonus damage, so we'll use that one. And we have an action left. Sure. It's going to attack her for 6. Do I care? Not so much. Ah, but these will blow up, doing 15 or 16 damage to the Grocket. For 11 points. Oh, so this will set one of them off. Instead of doing 14, it'll do 16. To all fighters on the same team. I'm assuming that's on the same team. So if we double kick this one. Ah, it took out both of them, okay. Did a nice chunk of damage to him, which I'm perfectly happy with. When drawn, lose 1, destroy, slip it off. He's sitting at 33 now. He's doing a Buffy thing. That's 2. What do I have left? Oh, I have a point left. I can apply defense, charge and defense. Oh, let's apply charge and defense. Give myself some charge to use. The Grocket is not doing very well right now. It'll receive 7 from Dockhand Gree. Move stack. It has 3 wounds. It has 4 stacks of counter on it. She's going to finish it off. How much defense can I give myself here? Ah, that will work quite well. I will defend myself and defend myself. And take no damage from its counter. Smirt. Store some resolve. Carapace fragment. Gain 8 slated. Slated? Carapace. Ignores any non-penetrating damage less than or equal to 1. Remove 1 stack when attacked. So basically it prevents me from taking individual points of damage. Okay. I earned a medal and the battle cards. Let's see, apply 1 ricochet to all enemies. Apply 2 mark. No, I'll just take the shields. Wow, what a hairball. There's nothing in my notes about that. Time to carry on. I follow Gree. You come to another identical clearing. Here it is. We found it. Found what? The secret of the bog, of course. Look, it's all around you. Take as much as you want in payment. Gree's mind has succumbed to the bond. To the bog. Convince her to pay me in money. I wouldn't want to take the riches of the bog from you. You earned it, friend. How about a couple of shills for my time instead? So she's going to whack me for 5. Whenever she deals damage, they gain composure equal to the resolve lost. If no resolve is lost, she takes 3. So, let's see. Apply 3 composure, prepared. Apply 1 composure to all friendly arguments. So I can get that into prepared. And this is prepared. So I gain an action, so this is free. Gamble and call it. Let's see. This costs 0 right now, and I get extra damage. And that's for 3 to 5. Choose a card to discard. Oh, crap. I didn't want to discard. Well, gotta do that. Gamble. That wasn't the result I wanted. Damn it. That did not go at all the way I wanted. Basically everything went wrong. Prepared, plus 3 damage, and draw a card. Well, let's give XP to that as well. Deal 1 resolve damage to a random opponent argument whenever you draw a card. Well, let's see. This is set the coin. Choose a side of the coin and flip it. That would be ideal. I want heads, not snails. We've got 2 points left. Apply 4 composure. Apply 3 composure and rig the other card. Why are we still talking? Set the coin. Gain 1 dominance. Boosted Slug Storm. Hey, you can't go wrong, I always say, with a boosted Slug Storm. Gain 1 influence. Must target snare. Oh, interesting. Must be targeted before anything else is removed next turn. Well, it'll go away. Bit of a sucker, aren't you? What do we got? Influence. I've got influence now. This card costs 0 when we're on snails instead of heads. Decisive. Call it. Set the coin and sticky. I would like it on snails now. Now costs 0. We whack her. Gain dominance. And boosted Slug Storm. We even have an action left over. Sadly, we don't gain any interest on that. The Blacklist. Now that ought to take care of it right then and there. Tapioca? Is that what I said? I restores 5 health. I earn a medal. My Call It card gets upgraded. I can set the coin. And it's sticky or replenish. Replenish when it's drawn, draw another card. I like being able to set the coin to give me heads or snails. And any of these negotiation cards look good raw. When this card is drawn, gamble. And it can't be played. So you draw it, it gambles. And that's all it does. It's unplayable. You can still discard it. Bluff, I do not like. Pressure, spend 1 influence. This gains 3 damage until the end of the negotiation. I'm going to decline. You're right. I have no need of money anymore. There, take it all. Gree runs off into the bog. 225 shills. You stoop to pick up the coins and then turn to leave. Gree loves you. I've managed to capture her loyalty. Don't waste it. 20 shill discount from shopkeepers. Well, that seems good. She loves me. It's true. I am quite lovable, in point of fact. People don't realize exactly how lovable I am. Answer, it's pretty lovable. Let's check the black market. See if they've got anything I would be looking for. Vendor and proprietor. Let's check the vendor. Plaka the Swab is tuning up one of her black market graphs. I keep telling you these graphs are made for someone of your talents. What's she got in the way of negotiation graphs? Reflexor, snails. At the start of each negotiation, rig 2 snails. No. Handgunder. Whenever you play a slurred speech card, restore 3 resolve. That's only if I'm getting drunk all the time. Which I only do on stream, personally, myself. Contractor. Whenever you gain dominance, deal 1 damage. None of those are particularly interesting. How about battle graphs? Twin shot. 20 shield discount from bargaining. An additional, huh? Flash powder. Your first attack each battle applies 2 scorched. Burn cannot decay more than 2. So if I was using a burn deck, that would be good, but I'm not. Speed wheel. The chart of each turn gain a charge. Rook can store charge in his empty cells. That one's not bad. What's the price on that? 280 shills with the 20 shield discount. What is twin shot again? Start with 2 charge. Or at each turn, start with 1. Gain 1. Huh. He says, huh. And what's he got for me? We're at the best goods this side of bread fields. And by best, I mean only. Let's remove cards. Let's remove cards. What can we remove? We've got a regular blast. That's boring. I think the regular blast can go. Cost 80 shills. Let's remove a negotiation card. Blank is not particularly impressive. Known thug we can get rid of. Snail hunt. Rig 2. Then improvise a hostility card from your pile. I don't like that. Let's remove snail. Let's see if he's got any interesting cards I can buy, having cleared up a little space. This card gains 1 damage every time you gamble. Expend. I'm assuming that's on a per game or per hand basis, basically, that each battle, it starts over at 2. It doesn't gain those permanently. Once every gamble, basically. Spend 1 influence. This card gains 3 damage. Empty. If I have no charge, attack twice. And then gain a charge. Robo Kick. Spend up to 2 overcharge. Muddle. Whenever you apply a debuff. Nah, none of those sound great either. I think I'm done for now. We'll hold on to the rest of my shills. Well, let's head up and tell them that we... you notice something glinting in the mud. It's a graft. It looks pretty dirty, but it might still work. Take Illicit Shifter. It's a battle graft, uncommon. When installed, upgrade 3 random battle cards. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You pick the graft up. It is intact, but it looks like it's been out here for a long time. It glistens with the fluids of the bog. Your attempts to wipe it clean only succeed in getting your hands dirty. Drop it before you catch something from it or shove it in your head. I am totally shoving this into my head. Upgrade card. Select upgrade option. Let's see. Crank. Gain 3 defense and or 3 charge and 2 defense, 2 charge and 4 defense. That one. Apply. 3 defense becomes 2 overcharge or 8 defense. Well, we'll go with it. Doesn't destroy it. And ammo pouch. Improvise a card from upgraded or improvise a card of specials. Upgraded specials or pool of specials. Improvise plus a card from pool of upgraded specials or specials? What's improvise plus? Choose one of 5 cards. I'd rather have 3 cards that were upgraded specials rather than 5 cards that were just special. Give me upgraded specialness because, hey, I'm a special kind of guy. You install the questionably hygienic graft and hope for the best. When the pain subsides, you take stock. The good news is the graft still works. The bad news is that it was really quite dirty after all, and now so are you. Oh, great. Here we go again. What's that? Stem. When this card is drawn, increase the cost of a random card in your hand until the end of... Oh, I've got a parasite again. I just got rid of the parasite 20 minutes ago. Things are progressing quite well. I don't know how to say it, but even when I fought to have you brought on board, old man, I never suspected you would deliver so thoroughly. You know, I take pride in my work. Yes, and you should. The boggers are proving too fortuitous a find. But not only have they unearthed rare treasures, but I have it on good authority that the Rise are interested in their resources as well. Perhaps we can set a trap that might see Calandra finished off once and for all. It almost makes the bounty negligible. Almost. I see, and what does this compounding entail? We need to lure that Prindo girl into a trap, of course. Pay her a visit. See if she doesn't need your assistance in any manner. It's very important you have her trust, so you have my permission to behave accordingly. As always, I appreciate the flexibility. I'm sure, just be certain you don't appreciate it too freely, huh? Patron, guard, vendor. What's Kibi have? Buy Spark Baron equipment. Destroy after uses. Well, this is in your hand. Gain 1 temporary power whenever you draw a card. I don't draw a lot of cards. Buy an auto dog now. I'm only interested in the real thing. You know, give me a real dog and we can talk. Well, let's see if we get interrupted on our way to Calandra. No. Look who finally turns up. We don't have any time to spare. Folks are saying the Barons have some trick up their sleeve, something to do with the boggers that supposedly live out in the wilds. Whatever it is they're up to, it can't be good. So tell me what you know about it. Keep the cache a secret or tell her. It's true, Falamo. Falamo has a lead on a cache of bogger weapons. You're choking. Finding a payload like that is something every Rise dreams of. It's the way they tell us we can buy our way out of contracts, even become Baron ourselves. Only one person ever found a cache that big. I mean, Casio, I take it. I suppose everyone's heard of her by now. Not like anyone else ever discovered automax. Look, with that cache, we could negotiate better terms for all of us. The Barons would have no choice but to listen. You need to tag along, learn what you can, and make sure those weapons get back to us. Idle hands become slippery tentacles, as they say. I don't actually believe that's a saying they have. Even in this game, idle hands do not become slippery tentacles. What do you have to keep a fellow of my skill occupied, lest the tides catch me up in their whims? Yeah, we did just get some fresh intel on one of the scouts. Let's see, Mole Fixer. That's more negotiation. 3 middle. So it's negotiation or negotiation. Pick a graft. 138. They're identical in. Let's say steal secret research from the Barons and sell it to the highest bidder. Or Werg is a mole working for the Spark Barons and feeding tactical information to the Rise. Calandra relies on that information to direct operations, but lately Werg has stopped talking. Well, let's talk to Werg, because Werg is the word. No, wait, that's bird is the word. You aren't our only secret weapon, you know. I'm not. This is staggering. Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta ferret out the secret from more than one direction. We have a mole in the Barrens, and she hasn't been responding to our messages lately. Go figure out what's wrong. I will accept. I'll show you where the mole lives. I suspect they're being watched, but you know the barons and can get closer than I can. Be careful, all right? I don't want them jeopardized any more than they already are. Perish the thought, or perish the baron who gets in my way. Either will do, handily. The mole fixer. You should see a dermatologist about that. Hey, this ain't public property. I don't know who you are, but you better get the heck out before I bust you in the face. I'm with Calandra. She wants to know why you haven't reported in lately. Calandra? I don't know her. And if I did, I wouldn't admit to it. Sounds like the kind of thing that could blow one's cover, if I had a cover to blow, that is. I see. I suppose there are many threats that could blow one's cover on this side of the bog. Oh, definitely. Like Frash, for instance. He's a real snitch, and once he gets his paws on a juicy secret, well, they could be a real threat to any operation if you catch my meaning. I believe I do, but you won't catch me admitting it. Frash spends most of his time in the rec center. You could lure him out here, out of there, into the open. We could neutralize the problem. I do enjoy making things neutral. Frash. Let's see. I have two who love me. Fleckfist and Frash. So Frash likes me. I can make Werg dislike me, or I can just agree to deal with Frash. Well, certainly, I've already come all the way to talk to you. Except we didn't talk. In fact, I don't even know what you look like. Momentarily gone blind, of course, at my age. It's to be expected. Sorry, did someone say something? Can't hear a damn thing. The door's over that way. Best see yourself out. Thank you. I've been so scared. Remember, don't let anyone else hear you talking about me to Frash on barren property. Get them to the out of the rec center before you make your move. Frash, huh? But Frash likes me. I like being liked. You enter the rec center. It smells of baron sweat. Ew. This area is for Spark Barons only. Provide identification or lead. I'm working for Flemo. You can check my contract on file. ... Proceed. The guard ambles off. After some searching, you find Frash working on his reps. Hey, Rook, how's it going? I'm going to warn Frash. You must know that Werg is a dangerous person to cross. After all, she loses everything if you talk. Oh yeah, that's why I'm blackmailing her. Yeah, and I'm saying that Werg asked me to kill you. Oh. Does that mean you don't actually want to work together? You'll notice I'm at least warning you. Okay, well, tell you what. I'll work for the Rise directly, but you gotta get Werg out of the way. Permanently. I reject the deal, and we fight, and he'll dislike me. Oh, and he has a friend. He has the Spark Baron's enforcer. Accept the deal. I guess I'm going to accept the deal. Seems agreeable to me. I'm sure one informant is as good as another. Yeah. I'll see if I can find a way out of this. I'm probably going to make somebody unhappy no matter what I do. Hi, stranger. I've never met you before, and this is our first conversation. But apropos of nothing, have you taken care of our little problem? Werg's going to hate me. No surrender. Your enemies will not surrender, and you're ready to fight to death. Werg won't hate me. We're going to be dead. I'm about to, actually. They hate me. Crisis. All allies gain a small amount of panic at the start of your turn. All right. You're a fool if you don't think I had a plan for this from the start. They're planning on hitting me for 4, and they've got a bunch of buffs. Let's see. Wanted dead. Power. Attack damage is increased by 1. Gain 1 power at the start of battle. Special boon. Vendetta. Taskmaster Werg hates Rook and will always attack them well. Understandable, really. Spend a charge to deal 2 bonus damage. Fully charged. This costs 0. Well, we're going to shoot him for 11. We're going to apply 3 defense to ourselves. Improvise a card. 15 Visionary Scour. Draw 3 cards. Apply a charge and impair. Another 2 damage and apply 2 impair. Go with that. They're already hurting. Rooted Ripper. Remove a random debuff and gain an action. They're at 14, huh? Gain 8 Slated Carapace. They're hitting me for 3, 3, and 2. I have an evasion, so the first of those attacks is going to miss. Took 1 damage, that's fine. I don't think they're going to like how this turns out. Restores 5 resolve. I get 10 chills off of their inert corpse. Gain a metal. New battle card, Spark Cannon. Spark Cannon. 2 costs for 4 to 10 adds bonus damage equal to 25% of the target's health. Destroy after 1 use. Okay. And pick a battle card. Let's see. If I, pardon me, have no charge, I will attack twice. Apply 4 defense, fully charged, gain 4 counter. I'm almost never fully charged. Apply 8 defense, burnout. If this card is in your hand at the end of your turn, expend it. So I have to play it or lose it. 8 defense is quite good. Starting to get a reputation for violence. Gain a negotiation card. Reputation proceeding at the end of your turn. Incept. That's a effect added to the opponent's arguments. 2 apprehensive. Apply 2 composure to a random argument at the end of the turn. And destroy this card. Unplayable. Oh, that'll only last once. That's not great, but... Werg falls to the ground with a thud heavy enough to kick up dust, but like she said, you were never here. Mole Fixer. Kevin arrives, having heard a commotion. I was just walking through. What's going on here? Pay a bribe. Talk my way out of trouble. Spark Baron security guard. He's got 2 doggies with him. I'll pay the bribe. Here's some money that says you didn't see anything. All right, carry on. Didn't want to actually go to the provisions. Let's see. Calandra's. Convince Calandra to accept Thrash as the new mole. Ooh. Resolve combat against Calandra. Good news is that you still have a mole on the side of the Barons. The bad news, it's no longer Werg. Oh, what? Who's the new mole? Thrash. Heard of him? I have. You sure about this, Rook? It was risky enough before, but now... Blacklist. Well, we definitely want to start with that. Reputation proceeding at the end of your turn. Incept 2, apprehensive, and destroy the card. Adds another name onto that. Prepared. I can't get it to be prepared, so it's just going to be 3 to 5. Trickery. I will improvise a card. Let's see. Incept 1 Flustered. Reduces damage by 33. Return to stack. Flip side, reverse your coin. Prepare a card. Expend. Well, I'm at 58. Now 55, so I took 3. Not too bad. Let's see. Prattle. Apply 3 composure. Prepared. Yeah, I won't be prepared. I won't be getting to that. Stem. That's annoying. Set the coin. That one's had its value increased by 1, I think. That's going to cost 3. Holy crap. Not getting any of my defensive cards. That's annoying. And that'll give me some. What can I play? Oh, I do have a point left. Set the coin. Yeah, we'll set the coin. That'll do a damage. Set it to that. That should give us 1 more. Oh, okay, it went over there. It went randomly. Oh, wow, we are not getting good cards here. Deal max damage prepared, gain an action, so that becomes that freebie. Set the coin to snails. Deal 4 damage to all opponent arguments. That didn't appear to actually do anything. Oh, was that a discard? Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was a misplay by yours truly. What does she got? Destroyed, gain 3 metal. Applies 2 composure to a random argument. Insert 1 propaganda card into his draw pile. Gain 2 actions. Prepare a card. Swap its cost with this card cost. I got no way of getting that out of the frickin' way. That helps when I keep rolling 1s on my random numbers. Alright, grab brain gills. Let's put 3 XP into boosted dig. I screwed that up. Alright. That should have convinced her. I didn't take too much damage to my self-esteem. Careful, 5 health. Negotiation, roughneck. Gamble, remove, composure, steal composure. No. Snail in the pocket. Set the coin to blank and discard a card. No. Prepare. If it's prepared, +3. No. We're going to decline. Werg made mistakes and had her duplicity discovered. Meanwhile, Frash was shrewd enough to catch it. I guess one Baron is as good as another. I'm just glad it's resolved. I get paid 138 shills. I gain 3 metal. And I get to pick a graft reward. Start of each turn, gain 1 overcharge. Deal 2 bonus to targets with ricochet. At the start of each turn, apply 2 mark to a random enemy. I'm going to decline. None of those are particularly good for the deck I have built anyway. What do we got? Friend's in trouble. Friend Frash is in trouble. You have a chance to save him before it's too late. Well, we just freaking got him in place. Friend Gree has a gift for me, the spark grenade. Now we'll try and save Frash. He's totally Frash. You find Frash under Imiko's heel, looking 1 blow away from the worst day of his life. You make enough of a racket to draw Imiko's attention, and Frash looks up at you with wide eyes. Rook? There's nothing to do with Grifter. Stay out of it. Imiko. Do I have any relationship to Imiko? Who loves me? Who likes me? Fleckfus. Frash. Dislikes me. Kurgan. Hammond. Telomere. Falemo. Falemo dislikes me now? Errant. Kurgan. Nobody hates me, and 5 of them are dead, so... Sorry, Mako. You're gonna regret messing with any of mine, pal. That time again, is it? 35. Attack damage is increased by 1. Gain 1 power at the start of the battle. Spark Cannon. Adds bonus damage equal to 25% of the target's health. Should be about 9, so that's going to be like 18 to 21. Spend 1 charge, deal 6 bonus damage. Gain 3 defense and 2 counter per enemy targeting you. Rooted Ripper. 2 charge and 4 defense. We definitely want that. Gain 3 defense and 2 counter. So theoretically, he should take a bunch from the counter, and I'm going to end up taking like 1. I'm currently at 61. And he's at 24. Oh, I have a point left. Probably want to use that. Let's see. Wow, a lot of defense. Well, that'll protect me from all but one of it. I'll spend all charge, deal bonus. I'll go with that. I'll spend all of our charge and put him down. Razma hates you. You've incurred her wrath or fury and will likely face the consequences. Take 1 damage whenever you use an item. Sketchy equipment. 7 resolve, 10 shills, new battle card, Spark Cannon. Do I have 2 of those now? Metal, and choose 1 of 3 battle cards. Quick Fire. Spend 1 charge, deal 3 bonus. Target all enemies. Gain 2 defense per target. That's too costly at 2, I think. The tight spot is good. I've got 1 of those already. I think I'll take tight spot. Thanks, Rook. You actually saved my skin there. Imiko's always hated me. He can't hate anything now. Come on, let's get you somewhere safe. Frash loves me. Torpor Fiend. When I sleep, I gain full experience on a random card. Torpor Fiend. Who doesn't like sleeping? And gaining a whole bunch when you sleep. You feel that? The tension's so thick, even the flies can't slice through it. I hope you're ready to move. I want to see the far side of this. Always. Whatever history you have with Falemo is the best weapon we could have asked for. And he's a fool if he doesn't appreciate that. When the time comes, I hope you remember who really believes in you. Uh-huh. Let's check with the metal vendor. Because I'm carrying 44, and that's pretty heavy metal. Heavy metal, it's like a joke. I've come in search of metal, I know you have. Let's see what you have. Let's see. Battle graphs start with bonus XP. Negotiation graphs start with bonus XP. I had, what, 44? Flourish. Skipping card drafts grants additional shills. Maximum health of pets. Restore additional resolve when drinking. Tempting. Actually, my resolve is not very good when I'm drinking. I resolve to have another drink most of the time. Let's start the battle graphs and negotiation graphs with additional XP. We've got 24. We can increase our maximum health or maximum resolve. We currently have 14. If I close, I can purchase 9 metal points. Lost 580. Wow, okay. That was a lot. But fine, 'cause we're heading towards the end battle. And I've got 20 points, so I can add more health. I don't have any additional. I don't have enough to unlock any additional flourishes. I'll be back. I know you will. Back to the Baron Regional Headquarters. Are you ready? Report for duty. I'm ready. The time is almost upon us, but there's one thing we need to consider. The location of the Bogger camp will be highly desirable information. Something the Rise would do anything for. So, to protect my agents, I'll be sending you with automechs. To protect your agents or your profits? Yeah, well, the fact that the automechs can have their memories wiped. That's just an added benefit. No one needs to know this information except for you and I, after all. The Bogger Raid. The Boggers have a cache of artifacts. The Bogger Raid. Philemo's given you permission to take some robotic companionment on this mission. Philemo wants you to secure them. Do I want the... I suppose I probably better. Okay, Ricket. What do we have over there? A worker. Ricket's name has enough rough edges of the Rentorian dialect, but there's no hint of an accent when she barks. I'd ask what you're up to lurking through the feud at night, but then you might ask me the same. Philemo sent me. I'm supposed to pick up some backup. That's so. Robots don't grow on trees, you know. I guess I can give you a single auto dog. Yeah, I'll take the single auto dog. Thank you for believing in me! Can I get a different model, please? The last stand. Let's head to the Bogger Raid. You arrive at the Bogger hideout, but your handlers had reason to believe the Boggers would appreciate the direct approach. Instead of sneaking, you walk right in. Hark! Those footfalls fight against the sucking mouth of the bog. And who are you? You don't look like those who would use the spark, nor any of their unawakened pawns. I'm just here for the artifacts. Ah, you and many others before you. Their bones have made the hearth of my home, but your bones... Yes, your bones will make a fine mantle. Your intel was correct. You're soon flanked on all sides. The only way out is through combat. Isolated. I can get away with murder here. No escape. I can't run from this fight. We have a 2-star dude and 2 3-star friends. And I have a 1.5-star companion. I myself am pure 5-star material, of course. Why is this never straightforward? So, 4 for the dog and 4 for me is the damage we're looking at. Let's see. They're all going to be buffing themselves. 20, 20, and 20. Really? Well, this is going to add a quarter, so it'll add 5 to the 9 to 12 damage. I'm going to go ahead and use this to kill, let's see. Shield Bash. Remove 1 stack whenever you play a card. Add 0 stacks. Clobber Grin attacks a random enemy. They both have that. 3 armor and 3 armor. Well, we would like to kill Cultivator Cricketh first, then. Leeching Blade. His attacks with their blades siphon force equal to 1 times the damage they deal. Storing it as siphoned life force, it can be used to heal allies. Well, we definitely want to kill him first, then. Let's see. We can apply 3 defense. If I had no power, that one costs 1 less, so I can spend a charge. I can do 18. I can't finish anybody off, I don't think. Maybe. Destroy after 1 use. Alright, well. Use it at 6. Well, I'll take some damage. But we'll have taken care of one of them. Ah, and he was the one targeting me, so I won't be taking any damage after all. I do have a point left. I can pale kick. Or put defense on the dog. Why would I want to put defense on the dog when I can kick the people? Kicking people's always more fun than defending a dog. That's a really strange sentence. Alright, he right up in there. Wow, he's... One of them is going to try and hit me for 9 and the other for 6. 2 defense, take 2 charge and 4 defense. Move a random debuff to do 8. This guy is at 13. I need to do 21 to remove him. We have another spark cannon here. Use it 13. Target health, a quarter of that is 3. We get 12 to 15. We need 19. I have to play it this turn if I want to. Well, it's going to defend me for 8, and that's pretty good. Makes sense to do that. Let's see what we got. Fully charged. This costs 0. I like the sound of that. Next attack this turn deals double damage. Oh, that seems quite nice. Spend 1 charge, deal 6 bonus damage. So this is going to be free if I play it first. This is going to do double damage. I'm going to do 23. This guy has 3 damage and 20 health. That didn't go the way he wanted to, I think. 2 to 3, gain 2 overcharge, spend 1 charge, apply 2 wound. Spend 1 charge. Gain 3 defense and 2 counter per enemy targeting you. Well, I'm not being attacked, so we'll put it on the dog. Good dog. Get 4 resolve restored. Collect 31 shills from their dead bodies. I get 3 Swamp Smasher cards. Let's see. The target is stunned. Deal 15 bonus damage. Expend. Destroy after 2 uses. Well, whether I want them or not, I got them. Earn a medal and pick a battle card. Costs 1 less per empty cell. So, yeah, but if I have full cells, I can't cast it at all. I have to be basically empty to be able to cast it, and that's at 2. Ricochet, Dynamo Round. Deals 2 bonus damage for every overcharge. Nah, none of those are particularly attractive. As the fight ends, Arint walks up to confront you. What are you doing here? Making sure you do your job. Arint gestures at your robots. 1. I'll be taking back that Spark Baron property now, so the weapons are somewhere else. My team will analyze the site and find out where the boggers went. You can leave now. Dead drop. File a report about your experience with the boggers and the movement of the device. Oh. A lone Jake confronts you. Back me up and I'll pay. Back you up with what? You'll see. The Jake exhales and steps behind you before you can question him further. You are joined by the Rise. There he is. Out of the way, Grifter. We have business to discuss with that Jake. Ask Kurgian why they want Quokey. Kurgian. He dislikes me. I can ask Quokey why he's angry. I will let Kurgian deal with Quokey. I don't like someone trying to use me for defense. This isn't my fight. Oh, hesh. Now, about those weapons. You leave following the path of least resistance. Quokey hates me. He hates me. The first time you take damage, each fight, gain 2 wound. Because I'm thin-skinned. Yeah, I'm thin-skinned. He tried to use me for cover. You notice long before you reach the drop point that someone has been here before you. Likely they're still lying in wait. Seems you have to draw them out if you want an introduction. Make yourself look preoccupied, and sure enough, the guest reveals himself. Huh, so you are a traitor.
See you show up.
Ah, Fleckfist. I was wondering when you take up my scent. Fleckfist. No. Fleckfist. I was wondering when you take up my scent. He liked me. I didn't want to believe it. I thought you know that you're not so bad. But then all the loose ends just kept tying themselves into knots. Don't worry, Calandra won't be quite as disappointed when she realizes I've had you taken care of. Probe for weaknesses. Oh. Advantage, I have the first strike and bonus action on the first turn. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't been looking forward to this, actually. You only made it easier by isolating yourself away from the herd, as it were. I have 5 points. Okay, let's see. Right. Gain of power. Momentum. He is strong but slow. His damage is reduced by 1 for every card you play. At the end of Fleckfist's turn, he set this to 1, and Thick Fur. At the end of his turn, he gains 10 defense. Well, he doesn't have 10 defense now. 8. This will do 17 to 20 to him. He's going to whack me for 11. 8 defense. Well, we've got to play that if we want to use it. If he's going to whack me for that much, then yeah. I still have 3 points. Right. Oh, he has 132. Yeah, this is going to take a while. What the hell is this? I get 6 of these in my hand. Remove the card permanently. Replenish when the card is drawn. Draw another card. Assorted junk. Last for this battle only. Let's say he's going to hit me for 15 this turn if he can. But I have evasion, so he's going to miss me. The target is stunned. Deal 15 bonus damage. I don't think I have the ability to apply a stun presently. Might as well use it. Otherwise, it's going to go away. I evaded. Well, we've trimmed almost 50 off of his life. That's pretty good. Apply a wound. Expend piercing. Swamp Smasher if he's stunned. That's a wound. Okay, he's buffing himself. I have 2 points left. Double kick, that'll do 16 to the melon. I'm not empty, so I don't get that one for free. Alright. So far, things are not going well for him, I have to say. Heal amount equal to the health lost by the target. Well, I don't really need... Wow, he's doing lots of damage to me. Lots and lots of damage to me. Improvise a card. How much is he doing here? 8, 12, 19. That's a lot. Impair will reduce the damage he's going to do, so we'll hit him with that. We'll apply a little bit of defense. Oh, it reduces the damage he's doing to all of those attacks. Oh, that's nice. He's down to 32. I wonder if he's frustrated that that didn't do anything. I would be. Oh, he gets momentum. Yeah, so Let's see, he's on 10 defense, so I'd have to do 42 to finish him. That won't be happening. Unless I can stun him. More defense. $28. 21. We gain some momentum every time. What's this momentum at? Momentum's at 6. At the end of his turn, we set it to 1. Get him out of my hand. Not looking good for you, dude. He's at 31, though. Spend 1 charge to deal 6 bonus damage. Spend a charge to deal 2 bonus damage. Like 8 defense. Yeah, I do want to end the turn. Alright, 12, he's at, I need 22. I got nothing but defensive cards. Holy crap. 3 defense and 2 counter. Improvise a card. Spend all charge, deal 2 bonus damage to per. Not quite gonna do it, but got rid of his armor. Got 2 points left. Alright, I got to do 20, so it'll be nice if I get some offensive cards here. Just saying. Putting that out there. He's going to hit me for a buttload. Or he was. Now he's not. Offensive cards, I hear good things about them. Utilize a card. We got him. Restores 3 resolve, 9 chills. Force Spanner. On your next turn, gain temporary power equal to the damage dealt by this card. That's a lot of power. Metal. Negotiation card. Tantrum. Discard up to 2 cards, gain dominance equal to their combined cost. Headbang. Double this card's damage and gamble if we're in heads. Stack deck. Gain at the start of your turn, choose a card in your hand and prepare it. Expend. Nope, not interested. How about the battle cards? Apply 2 burn whenever you apply Scorched. No casings. Ability. Whenever you spend charge, gain 2 defense per charge spent. Apply burn to target enemy, then apply burn to all other enemies equal to burn on the target. No, I'm not using a burn deck, so we're going to decline that one too. You feel a pang as you hide the body. This is one death that won't go unnoticed, no matter how easily it might sink beneath the muck. Hey, he came for me. I didn't come for him. Hey, fat buddy. How you doing tonight? You've returned. Got any interesting cards? Tincture. Gain 2 power. Replenish. Destroy after 2 uses. Heal 10. Replenish, destroy after 1 use. Gain an action. Replenish, destroy after 3 uses. That's pretty good. I'm going to rest in the back. No, I'll rest for the wicked, eh, Hebel? He shows you to your room. Your bed calls to you. Hard to fall asleep without one eye open. Harder still to do with. I heal up. My resolve's good. My health is good. I have 2 more people who love me. 1 new person who dislikes me, and 2 people who hate me. Jerks. I'm so likable. And even lovable. You wake with the taste of blood in your mouth. You're not sure who it belongs to. I gained 7 experience on blank. You're so used to Hebel's grim demeanor that it takes a moment to realize it looks even grimmer than usual. You all right there, Hebel? No bog mites feasting on your horns this morning, I hope. Philema wants to see you. I imagine it's very important. You left directions to some spot in the bog. The deep bog. Does that worry you? I never thought we'd become so chummy, old chap. Listen, whatever you've gotten up to, I officially want no part of it. Pack your things. If you make it out of the deep bog alive, you ain't welcome in the last stand no more. A rather ungracious dismissal, my good Hebel. But I'll honor your request as a parting gift. One thing before I go. What exactly are you so worried about? I'd rather meet my fate a bit more prepared. Anyone who goes into the deep bog doesn't come out alive. I don't want to meet the company you'll be keeping. Ominous. I look forward to deciphering exactly what you mean. Be well, Hebel. And as a word of kindness, be ready for change. The expedition. The edge of the bog. Let's go to the edge of the bog. I won't get to you. You there, stop. Can I help you? Bogger stares at you looking for something. After an uncomfortable moment they speak. The bog grows within you, but you are not worthy of it. I will take it out. Excuse me? The process will be painful, but the bog must be made whole again. You will comply. Is this going to cost me 10 health again? Be my guest. Felena removes stem. The process is excruciating. The bog has been satisfied. Someday you may be worthy of its embrace. Leaves you to tend your wounds. Did that cost me 10 health? I think so. Didn't save that time, I don't think. The expedition. You're rather surprised to find Philemo himself has made an appearance along with a number of Spark Baron guards. Ah, you made it. I wondered if your leg had slowed you down. I'm afraid Hebel was rather reticent about your message. Was he? I hope you aren't, however. After we spent so many resources making you a map, I thought this part of the bog was uncharted. It is. Treacherous terrain. But we rigged an Automech retinal scanner onto a gas balloon and were able to get some readings. It's not foolproof, of course. Requires configuration, but between it and your insight, you should be able to find the way. Let's head out. Yes, I'm ready. We soldier on, eh? You do the soldiering, old chap. It's below my pay grade. The barons I've brought can provide support, but we have limited resources. Gained battle card Baron forces. What do they do for me? I'm looking at the negotiation deck. Perhaps I should actually look at that one. You know, Baron forces. Calling your Baron followers for help. Toolbox contains other cards that can be improvised. All right. Remember, no reinforcements. We're on our own. The party falls in line, protecting Philemo in the middle. You lead the way. You're deep in the bog when you hear the sounds of struggle ahead of you. Philemo's barons hang back while you two creep forward to investigate and discover a few workers heaving salvage through wet earth. Thieves stealing valuable relics from beneath our very feet. It won't stand, Rook. Be a good fellow and deal with them quickly. Why don't you handle it? Me? Why not you, one of your barons? You never saw fit to grant me that kind of authority, you might recall. There's a covert operation, and you're the special agent prized for his tactical skill. I'm the commanding officer, and therefore I command. Go deal with it. No. Perhaps you've been out in the field too long, old friend. This is merely a distraction. That relic will look like sodden refuse in comparison to the real bounty that awaits us. And I suppose you're not capable of securing both? Fine. Prioritize as you see fit, but the captain I used to know would seize the stars and establish a perimeter around the horizon. You did your best to ignore his disappointment and lead the party further into the bog. The bog presses in on all sides. All right, I'll check. We seem to be tense. Something feels off. Does it? I don't believe we're being followed. I flatter myself that I'd notice if we were. Not if our tail had an evolutionary advantage. You hold out your hands to silence the group, ignoring Philemo's dubious look. Defend Philemo, a wild urchin, or urchin. And there are 4 of them. Give the beast space, Philemo. I'll take care of this. We got some doggies. And these have 6 each. Call in Philemo to attack your target. Destroy after 2 uses. Let's see. They each have 6. Multitudes. If this creature flees, a new urchin will take its place, so we want to kill them. When a wild urchin causes you to lose health, gain 1 diseased. I'd rather not. Can I not? Let's see. Vial of Slimy, gain an action. Baron Forces, no. They're attacking me for 12. I don't like that. That's an uncomfortably large number. Wish I could have gotten some smaller attacks here. Alright, that one's attacking there, that one's attacking there, that one's attacking me, and that one's attacking me. Those are the 2 I can kill then. Those are the 2 that die. Let's make sure we reduce the damage to one of our little friends here. Oh, I don't want to call on the Baron Forces. Thank you. My little friends took no damage. Nice. Nice. Easy peasy. Wow. Okay. I got 3 resolve. I got urchin musks, 4 of them. Remove composure from opponent argument. Gain dominance equal to composure removed. Destroy after 1 use. Well, that's gumming up my deck for sure. But we got a lot of metal. Upgrade for easy listening. Let's see. Pocket bomb, whenever you shuffle your deck. Negotiation, I think I'm leaning more towards this. Easy listening is the one. At the start, gain 3 concentration. Upgraded graft, start with 5 concentration. Negotiation card, I can upgrade blank. Let's see, gamble, gain 5, gain 3 to do more damage. Gamble, gain 5 bonus or 3 bonus. I'd rather do base damage so that I always have a certain amount of damage I can count on. Tremor, weak points. All attacks are piercing until the end of your turn. Piercing. Ignores damage, blocks, and defense. Robo kick. Spend a 2 overcharge. I don't have overcharge that often, so we'll just take the cash. By Hesh's reach. What were those things? You haven't encountered them before? Of course not. Threats like that are contained well before they reach headquarters. Let's press on before the stench of the corpses drives some other nefarious creature. The expedition reaches an abandoned ruin, easily defensible and good enough for a rest. A moment, Rook. This is a good moment to rest before we make the final approach. You humans are rather short-winded after all. I suppose that means Kodeshi are therefore long-winded? Ha! Quite. The troops spread out, leaving you to snatch a couple quiet moments to yourself. Tend to my wounds. Practice my combat techniques. Practice my rhetorical skills. Let's go ahead and heal up. Oh, it's only 1. Damn it! I thought that's right. The 10 I lost was permanent. Oh, that was a mistake. I gained a 1 hit point back though. You're deep in the bog now. A fly buzzes next to your ear, loud enough to almost crack your skull. The waters are thick and murky around your legs. There's no denying it. You'll have to stop to clear the debris from your false joint. Hold, just a moment. What is it? One of the charming idiosyncrasies of the artificial legs. They need to be maintained. Suddenly, Philemo crouches by your side, pulling a kit from his satchel. I developed these cloths for our weapons, but I imagine it'll do just as well in that bum leg of yours. He begins to clean the joint of your artificial knee with military efficiency. I can handle that. You forget, I always had commendations for field maintenance. We need to be quick, and I trust myself to do the job properly. There. Should do the trick now, boy. Give it a bend. Sure enough, the leg works better than it has in a while. Thank you. You both fall silent as your ears prick. Something about the bog has shifted. Even the buzzing flies have gone. The bog hungers outsiders. You should sink beneath its waters so it can feed. Scare them off? Ooh. That would be a tough intimidation. Or defend Philemo. I think I like my odds better with the guns. Fall back, Philemo. I'll handle this. 20, 20, and 20. Calling Philemo, right? Yeah, I want it. So let's see. Two of them are attacking me, two of them are attacking me while one's attacking all of us. So we would like to kill the Cultivator's Spear Run if we can. Doesn't look like we can, as we got a boatload of defensive stuff. Apply 8 defense and burn out. Well, that will protect me. Eight defense on them. If they give you a handful of defense, give everyone as much defense as you can. We're all okay. All of them, except that one took damage. This one's at 9, fortunately. Well. I have 2 points left. Finish another one off. That one's attacking. That one's buffing. That one's buffing and attacking. I don't think it'll be enough, though. Wound, evasion, pruned, power. Attack damage is increased by 2, so this should do then 24, which should be enough to kill that one. Miscalculated, clearly. I don't want to call in Philemo. I don't want to call in the Barons. Alright, he took a little bit of damage, but we're fine. Okay. Good. Once again, victory is mine. 29 shills, 3 Swamp Smasher cards, which would be really good if they were stunned, which they're not. More metal. Battle cards, 2 burn. I mean, that one's okay. No. Battle is won with the fresh bodies the flies return. Whatever tension clogged the air seems to have dissipated. Well, we certainly know we're on the right track. How'd the leg perform? Better than expected, eh? No excuse for slacking now, I'll say. We can likely expect more. Then I'm glad you took the time to get yourself in order. The light dims as you march deeper into the bog. It's not just the daylight that's dwindling. The air grows thicker, congealing into a miasma of spores and swamp gas. Something's not right. Air is thick enough to dampen sounds, but you know all the same you've walked into a trap. All right, Rook. For a second I wondered if Philemo had maybe hooked you for insubordination. But you're only fashionably late. Lay down your arms, Philemo, and come quiet, and we can negotiate a fair deal. Otherwise I'll have to kill you, and I'm afraid your old war buddy won't do nothing to stop it.
My old war buddy would rather lay down his life than betray a comrade. I followed this man into more danger than even you're in right now, young lady. Captain, show this woman how we deal with threats in the aerostat. I either have to defend Philemo, try to switch sides and join Calandra, or leave them to sort it out themselves. I kind of doubt that's going to work, but I'm going to try it. With the two occupied, you slip into the bog. The memory of the map burned into your mind. You couldn't have asked for a better distraction, but then that's why you planned it this way. Behind you is the serenade of pistol fire. Calandra hates me. At the start of each battle, gain two impair. Ooh, that's not awesome. Philemo hates me. Betrayed. At the beginning of every negotiation, lose one maximum resolve permanently. Eventually, the road leads you to a strange outcropping of rock, sticking out of the bog like a snaggletooth. Inside the entrance, you find signs of civilization, such as it is, glowing relics and some discarded bones that have been shaped into what might be an altar. You've come. Oh, hello. I suppose you're going to offer a resistance if I say I'm here to claim an ancient treasure? There's nothing to resist. You coming here was foretold by the bog. It's been salivating with the utmost anticipation. That sounds rather unpleasant. I assure you there is nothing but bliss in the embrace of the bog. Attack his faith, or attack him. Bogger's High Priest. I'm going to attack his faith. Ah, the bog foretold it. Did it? This card costs 0 because we're currently on snails. Oh, I should check his... Ooh, what? The bog sees all. Spawn a peeper at the start of Glowfrum's turn. This argument did not lose resolve. Destroying this argument will reduce Glowfrum's attack strength in battle. He's got 3 of them. The bog protects all. Am I supposed to hit all of them? That seems unlikely to work in the long term. He's going to hit me for 8. That's not awesome either. Well, shoot. He's shielded. I have to destroy them all to get through to him. That's really gonna suck.
Tuna sauce. Catelta. Shotesho. Kosolta. Osakia.
Alright, that one got armor. Set the coin. I would like to get a blacklist off, but that's probably a tough get if I'm going to do damage to everything. Let's see. If I set the coin to snails, it'll do 1 point randomly, so then I'll only need to hit the other 2. Alright, I hit that one. So, I hit that one to start getting closer to wiping it out. Crap. Store panel. I think. I was going to do 4. Alright, I lost 1 resolve. And we still have a point left over. We should be able to finish this one off. What the hell did he gain? He still got those 2. Destroy this argument to gain eye shot when fighting glow flam. Hits all enemies. Oh, that would be nice. Impatience. Okay, we're done here. I'm going to take a challenge. Ow. going to hit that one. Destroy to apply 4 damage to my own core argument. Remove 2 stacks at the start of every turn. Urchin Muck. Remove composure from opponent argument. Gain dominance equal. Apply 3 composure. Urchin Muck. Remove composure. I've got multiple Urchin Mucks. I don't like that. I would rather not have multiple Urchin Mucks, all truth be told. Well, we've got to apply more damage to that. Oh, sorry, that. No. Apply 6 composure to a friendly argument. That's an eye shot, so that's going to be a tough one to destroy. But if I do destroy it, I get a card that does 5 to all enemies, which would be good. Oh, that's apply 3 composure. He's going to hit that for 8, which means I'd have to protect it for a lot to keep it alive. Urchin Muck. Remove composure from opponent argument. Remove all composure. Equal to composure removed. Destroy after 1. Well, let's try it on this. If it removes 6, it removes all 6. Nice. We'll hit this again. And we now, I guess we get the card next turn that does 1 to damage to everything. Because right now that thing is
Put yelly.
Say?
Alright, what do we got? Dominance, Bog Thoughts. Gamble, deal 4 damage to all opponent arguments. That is exactly what I would like. We did a lot of damage to everything. I approve of this message. Kill that. We will dispose of Urchin Musk. We have 2 points left. I'll hit that. And improvise a card. Gain 1 bonus action next turn. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hostility cards deal an additional 6. So that's going away. He's going to be whacking that for 10, which will do damage to me directly. Prattle. Apply 1 composure to all friendly arguments. We'll target ourselves with that. Apply 3 composure and rig 1.
Put yelly.
Remove composure from an argument. None of them have any, I don't think. I would like to get rid of it, but I can't, so we'll end turn.
Sounds big enough.
Alright. That thing's at 6. I have enough to knock it out, I think. We'll set the coin. That should do a point to something. It did a point to him. We'll improvise. Reverse your lucky coin. Prepare a card. Draw 2 cards. I'll draw 2 cards. Give us something to... Wow, that was not especially helpful. That's a 0. We have 2 points left. This will gain us another action, though. So we hit this. For 5. We'll gain an action from this.
Chocobo?
Alright, now the only thing we gotta do is beat the crap out of him, and we didn't get very good cards for it. Of course. But we can set the coin. We'll now go with heads. And these will do more damage. Will it be enough? About a 1 in 3 chance it should be enough. This will draw a card. Oh, drawing a card may give us something. Deal 4 damage to all opponents. But that was if we had the other coin. Ah, this is now 4/4. This should be sufficient to finish off the argument. Restore health. Did it also foretell my desecration, how I sullied it as I came through, how I spilled blood that wasn't mine to spill? Is that what your bog wanted? You know nothing of what the bog wants. And I dare say, neither do you. Enough! Now I have to fight him anyway. Then I suppose this ends only one way. Hits all enemies. Ice shot, that's what I got. Apply 4 to burn to all enemies. Are there going to be more enemies? That's my question. Apply 2 wound. He's got 2 armor. This will go through the armor. He's working on a buff. He has doubt. Eye stalks gain and 2 impair when they emerge. Eye stalks are going to emerge, guys. Can I tell you how much I'm looking forward to eye stalks emerging? Not a lot. Energizing vapors. Those, when destroyed, the attacker gains 5 mending. When destroyed, fighters gain temporary power, so I can destroy those. He's going to shoot that one. I'm not sure why. Move a random debuff. He's going to be shooting that. When destroyed, fighters gain 4 temporary power. Presumably to him, then? Action on the surface to disturb the bog. This bird will return to the bog in 3 turns. This one is going to take 5 damage. He's going to apply a debuff. I've got a wound. I'm impaired. That's why I'm impaired. He did 1 point to it. Okay, so there's the eye stalks. I will gain 10 temporary power next turn. Or what are they doing? I'm being attacked for 8. They're healing each other, I think. And he's also going to get healing. I don't want him to get healing. I want him to die a terrible, painful death. Wasn't that clear? Well, he's at 18. Oh, okay. Did he turn into that or it ate him? I think it ate him. Unexpected. I'm going to be attacked for 10. He's going to attack there. He's going to attack there. Gain an action. that will be useful. I'm at 4 actions right now. Fully charged. I'm being attacked. That thing's being attacked for 2. That thing's going to be attacked for 3. Which it says will be enough to kill it. Because it's 3 or 4. Okay. Spend a charge deals 6 bonus damage. So that's going to do 22. We're going to go ahead and hit the big fugly. For 13. I'm going to go ahead and gain an action. I'm going to kick him twice. That didn't look like I was twice. Got 2 points left. Two charge and 4 defense, or 3 defense and 2 counter? Or do I keep my little friend alive? I think. Go with that. Spend 1 charge, deal bonus damage, overcharge. Well, if I fully charged, this costs 0. I am fully charged, so this will cost 0. Maybe I can kill one of these fuglies, the little guys. Yeah, I should be able to. So that's free. Heal an amount equal to the destroy after 1 use. 5 to 6. Damn it, that's not ideal. That's an attack twice. And he's attacking that. And we should be able to... kill that. And he'll kill my little friend over here. Not sure what that does. He roared. Nothing came out. I like the nothing came out part. That's a plus. He's attacking me for 3. Why is it? Receive 3 piercing damage. So even if I have defense, I'm still going to take 3. So. I can gain an additional action. Oh, I still have 2. Well. We'll also have a counter now. And we'll gain some charge. Oh, I'm right. I can give myself another action if I want, but I don't think that would do any good. And he dropped some stuff into the deck. Because he's a jerk. What do we got? Fly 8 defense. What is that over there? Grout Loot Cluster. Grants when killed. Ah, Carapace, Fragment, Bog, Scimitar, and Rooted Ripper. No, I'm gonna... burn to all enemies. And that's just gonna get me cards I'm not sure I actually want. Draw 3 cards, expend, gain 4 concentration, spend 1 charge, apply 2 wound, expend. That was not a great draw. That's a lot of defense. He's hitting me for 15, so it's not terrible. I can work with this. 2 charge and 4 defense. Apply 3 defense. Still taking 8. charge, 3 burn. Gain 2 charge, 2 defense. Mark. What's he at? He ain't dying fast. He's whacking me for 15 again. I'm not happy with that. That's 8. So I'm going to take 7. Alright, we've got him under 100. And I'm in pretty good shape. He's doing a buff. All right, down to 83. That's a whole bunch of stuff that he just barfed out. That's going to do 17 points of damage. I think those 3 are on his side, and this one's on my side. And I got a shitload of defensive cards again, too many. Apply 4 burn to all enemies. At the start of my turn, they take damage equal to the stack of burn and deal half as much to all allies. That may blow them all up. I'm being attacked for 11. I've still got 3 actions. Two of them blew up. One of them's on 1. He's going to buff that thing, I think. So we want to destroy it. It's at 4 health. That blew up on him for a boatload of damage. He's doing a buff. We'll improvise a card. Expend all charge, deal 2 bonus. Let's go ahead and burn it. He's at 32. He's not feeling so great. Three defense and 2 counter per, or just apply some defense and overcharge. Status effect will be applied by Spark Mine. To me? Alright, he raised another little friend. He's got a lot of armor. Alright, that thing's still at 9. 2 more turns it blows up. Okay, it's going to blow up if I don't defend it this turn. It's going to hit it for 11. armor, that thing is getting to be truly annoying. Alright, at the end of this turn, it should return back into the swamp. He's got no armor. He's going to be attacking me for 5. Spend 1 charge. Spend 1 charge. This price came down because I have no charge. Oh, he's going to attack it for 8. Well, let's give it 3 defense. And it should be able to survive and return back into the swamp and not blow up and do a boatload of damage to me, like that. And I take a little damage. He's got 3 armor and 15, and I got almost no attack stuff. That's just freaking awful. Thorny Challenger. Stone Crank promoted. Let's go ahead and improvise a card. Spend all charge to do 4 to 8. He's sitting at 8. He's going to do 6 to 10. I think we've got a 60% chance of killing it. We failed. It got 10 armor. Fully charged to cost 0. It's at 2. It's at 2. That thing has 10 life. And has a boatload of counter. They all have a lot of counter, except for that one that's got 11 life. No guarantee I kill it. I need to do 12. Need to do 4. That gives me a 1 in 3 chance if I use this to finish it. No. I've got 1 action left. We'll give myself counter. And hopefully it'll kill itself when it attacks me. But just to make sure. More defense. The bog, or whatever it was, sinks slowly into the earth. I take the device.
It's done. The job, the cover, the double crossing. You did what you had to do, what you always do. But now your secrets are exposed, and it's time for you to move on. It's not often that you leave behind enemies, but you've been in the business long enough to know that loose ends become frayed strings you can tug on later. Then the whole tapestry comes undone with just the flick of a wrist. Your wrist.
I'm that cool.
Prindo Calandra might not have gotten a revolution, but you helped her gather the kindling. And who can say if Felimo will be able to smother the spark? Best you leave the bog before you get caught in the heat. Lelin Felimo will no doubt be punished for his hand in recruiting his old friend. But knowing him, he'll worm his way out of trouble.
That does seem likely.
Best you leave the bog before you're the one on the hook. The only time you're given for introspection is a quick stop at the drop point, to deliver one last report, and to get your marching orders. Haveria's a complex machine, and the cogs don't turn by themselves.
4 days, so 400 points. Battles won, 15 with the battle deck, 13 with negotiations. Gain XP for all that. New items added to pool, inclined and overcharged. Gain influence, draw a card. Cost 1 less per influence to gamble. Obligation, overcharged battle cards deal 1 damage per overcharge. The card costs 1 less per overcharge. Spend up to 3 overcharge to gain defense. Yeah. had 7 out of 8 graphs installed, and 3 people loved me. Guess still alive, that's 1,000 extra victory points. Completed 8 jobs for 600 more, upgraded 23 cards, acquired 1,380 shills, all in all. I unlocked additional sets. I think appearance sets, I think. I'm not sure what else. I'll continue. And that is a completed game of Griftlands in 2 days. And because it's a roguelite, we've now unlocked 1/3. Thank you, Fat Body. We've unlocked 33% of this character. That was story difficulty, so that was the easiest difficulty. It's a game I like a lot. I'm fond of card battlers, and I just think they did a really, really good job with Griftlands. I would love to see a sequel. When it first came out, my opinion was it's very cool. It has RPG elements. I wonder if they could make a real RPG out of a card battler, and they didn't, but somebody else did earlier this year, or late last year, I guess. Marvel Midnight Suns was a game I enjoyed a great deal. Griftlands is on sale right now on Steam for $12. I think Marvel Midnight Suns is also on sale now. And that's a combination of the Marvel universe, a card battler, an RPG, and XCOM. Now the RPG part is mixed, but the rest of it is great. And so if you liked watching this, that's a game you might be interested in. But I am going to call it here for the evening, having successfully completed Griftlands again. It's just a game I really like a lot. I will not be back tomorrow at my usual time. I'll be back on Tuesday at my usual time. Tomorrow night, I am running a Call of Cthulhu game for some friends. And hopefully they won't get eaten, you know? But I'm going to call it here. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had some too. I should be back on Tuesday at the regular time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Middle of the night in Europe. I don't know what I'll be playing. I may be going back to my free-to-play through on EverQuest 2. I might be playing something else. I have been scouring the Steam sales to see if anything grabs me. So who knows? But for now, I'm going to call it an evening. Hopefully you will see me soon. Have a great night tonight. And as always, I like to set an achievable goal for the people who watch my stream. I hope your upcoming week doesn't suck. I'll be back in a couple of days. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Good night, guys, and thanks again.